So we're going to go up to the crow's nest to look at the soundboard. As you notice, no lights are turned on. That means the board is off. You want to go under here to this big power button at the top of the rack and push it on. That should turn everything on up top. As you can see, the light board is now on. The red light means that it's muted. So we're going to grab Cynthia's microphone. We're going to open it. And turn it on. We look at the line all the way to the left. It says Cynthia. That entire line is Cynthia's microphone. You have to unmute and bring up the fader, and you go over to the 3 yellow faders, unmute them, and bring all 3 of them up to the 0 line. That turns on the speakers for the church. Now that you're unmuted, you can test the microphone by speaking into it, like this. Check. 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 2. Check. You might need to increase the volume a little bit. Check. 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 When we're done, we mute that. Same idea, but with a handheld microphone. This is handheld 1, and the power button is on the bottom. You press and hold, and the screen should come on. You go to the line that says New Hand 1. That's the one you're using. You turn it up, make sure you unmute, and you can hear it. Check, 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 check. We also have signal at the speakers. We have to mute it when we're done. If you're using the pulpit and lectern, you unmute them, and you bring up the faders a little bit. An important note to see, up at the very top, there's 2 red buttons that says plus 48V. They have to be pushed in order for the pulpit and the lectern to work. So you just follow the line for the pulpit and lectern, and just make sure that the red buttons at the top are pushed. Now when we mute them, the mute button turns red. In order to unmute the piano, you unmute the 2 mute buttons, and you bring up the faders a little bit. And if you're using the choir, you have to unmute the choir. Now the choir mute lights have burnt out, so the only way to determine that the choir mics are on is the mute buttons have to be out. The lights will not come on. When we're done, we mute the piano. We mute the choir. As you can see, they don't turn on. When we're done with everything, we mute the 3 mains, and we turn that all down. If you had any monitors on, make sure the knobs are turned all the way to the left. And when you're all done, you power everything off.